Hello there, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Fire Red Randomized Nuzlocke run. And boy, oh boy, what an episode we've got in store for you today. I'm hoping to make it to Brock today. Yeah, the last episode, great, started off fantastic, got an amazing team together. And let's just do a quick little team recap here, shall we? So, starting off with the squad, we got Toothless, the Salamence, the Beast, Metalhead, the Metagross, and the Golden God himself, Blaziken. Movesets, Scratch, Growl, Focus Energy, and Ember for the Golden God. Decent, good starting lineup. Metalhead's got Takedown, Confusion, Metal Claw, and Scary Face. Okay, gonna make Brock an absolute cakewalk with this beast of a mon. My starter, and Toothless, Rage Bite, Leer, and Headbutt. Just an all-around beast of a team. I'm ready to get started and keep going. Let's get into it. So left off yesterday, clearly in the middle of Viridian Forest, for the last episode, really. I mean, I do record these ones like every day. One day. The first one day, next one is next day. But I'm thinking today I might try and do a bulk record session. So we'll give that a go, see how that runs, and just see if something bad happens, and just see how the salt carries over between the episodes. Let's get into this trainer battle, get some easy experience done and out of the way. Technician Cammy would like to battle, sound slacking. Ooh, he doesn't have, oh, what's the ability where he just slack off? I think that's it. I could be wrong. Please let me know if I'm correct or incorrect in the comments down below. Okay, Encore. Thank you for letting me bite you a lot. Hopefully I'll make you flinch. Give me that easy dub, easy XP. Yawn, okay. Hopefully I knock him out with this one. So then I can swap out and make the next fight, next mon easy. Oh yeah. Hopefully it doesn't put me to sleep. It's not, yeah, okay, good. It's not that kind of Pokemon game. Let's go Golden God, because Magmar's fire and won't do a whole lot to him. Spread the love around, you know. I would have liked to have kept Toothless out, but it just doesn't really happen like that. Alrighty, Fire Punch, yeah. Look at that, eating it up, 4 damage. Just don't burn me, that's all I ask. Oh, spin that super hot fire. What, you dropping a mixtape on me or something? Ah. Oh, that was an awful joke. I apologize for that. Golden God leveled up, of course. He's just gaining XP like an absolute boss. Level 11. Holy crap, this guy. Wow, just an absolute beast. Torchic. Ooh, I kind of want to fight him with him, but I gotta give Toothless a little more XP. Get him up to the double-digit levels with everybody else. My team is pretty even. I like to keep a consistent team. I don't want one mon just carrying everybody all the way through. That just doesn't sound at all appealing to me. And I'm so tempted to use that speed up button because before I started recording this, actually, I was playing on my really randomized Emerald run that I just play around with for fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. The challenge is definitely a lot different than a normal randomized Nuzlocke, and it's a lot more salt-inducing, because today, while playing through it, I lost 2 of my favorite Pokemon that I had. I lost my starter, and then I lost my Wailmer, who was like a psychic fighting type. It was wonderful. He had amazing defense, amazing special attack, and he had psychic right out the gate. He was just an absolute monster. He knew Earthquake. Like, my Wailmer was an absolute beast. I named him Balls, BAWLS, like the energy drink that I've never actually had before. But my favorite energy drink, though, would have to be, because I'm a purist. I occasionally stray out. I usually get like a few different types of monster, or I will get Rockstar. Those were my 2 go-tos for the longest time, but I don't really drink them anymore. I prefer good old-fashioned black coffee. I know that's kind of not too exciting. None of those crazy sugary drinks from Starbucks that everyone seems to love. I'm just not really a fan of them. They're just, because I tried like the caramel macchiato, or frappuccino, that's it, caramel frappuccino, and that was just a sugary mess for me. I wasn't a fan of it. Didn't vibe well with me, so If I ever add anything, it's just a little bit of creamer normally. But I think that's a bit much on my coffee tastes. Wow, I got a little too in depth on that. So something that I've been kind of loving recently is the show Castle Rock on Hulu, where it's based on a bunch of Stephen King stories. And I am just loving it. I used to read Stephen King all the time in middle school and when growing up. I have copies of Carrie, Pet Sematary, Needful Things, The Shining. How could have I forgotten The Shining? Salem's Lot. And a fantasy novel of his that he wrote that's actually not too scary called The Eyes of the Dragon. That one was pretty interesting because it's just different. You expect horror from Stephen King, but I enjoy a good fantasy novel from time to time. But right now, I'm kind of straying from the fiction side of things and reading more like nonfiction, sort of interesting autobiographies and self-help stuff, I guess would be a way to put it. Because I read, or science-based ones, because I read Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson, and that was a great read. Learned a lot about space. Oh crap, I did not need to speed up button there. I really need to avoid that at all costs. But yeah, so I was reading that for a while, and that was pretty good. Finished that in like 3 days. Then read a book called The Tao of Wu by the RZA of the Wu-Tang Clan, which that was a really fascinating read, honestly. I definitely would recommend it because if you enjoy hip-hop at all and know anything about the Wu-Tang Clan, the RZA was one of like the founding members, and he was in charge of like the beat creation and the production side of everything, and definitely an interesting like autobiography by him because it was definitely really cool to have found out to read and see like what just to see his perspective on things, and just it also talks about him growing up and how he came to love kung fu movies and how the Wu-Tang Clan came together along with the name and just their falling apart, and it was just quite interesting, quite the read, definitely worth it. Same with the Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. I also got the Essential Tale works of Edgar Allan Poe, like it's just a bunch of poems and short stories that he wrote. I always loved reading Edgar Allan Poe stuff in class, in high school when growing up. So it was definitely one that I was excited to read. And all in all, I got those three for a pretty decent deal because Barnes & Noble always likes to... I feel like they like to have their book prices a little too high than what they probably should be, because there's a book I've been wanting to get because I had it before. It's called House of Leaves that I lent to a friend in high school, but I never got it back, and he lost it. So because I was trying to reread it again at some point, but alas, never got it, and kind of salty about it. If he ends up watching this, he knows exactly who he is. I'm not going to call him out by name, but because like I've been trying to find the book, and Barnes & Noble does have it, but it's like 25 bucks for it. I don't want to drop 25 bucks for a book I already had. I know there's an item up here somewhere. I just don't remember where. I thought there was, at least. Aha! Spell tag. I guess I'll just sell that. It's not really anything I need at the moment. You know, I got an idea, actually. Because here, funny story about my first time playing through this game. I hit the speed up button again. My first time playing through this game was, or not this game, but like playing through the Kanto games, was playing Pokemon Yellow Vision, Yellow Special Pikachu edition. That was, I loved it growing up. And I remember getting here my first time, and I remember having like Pikachu, a Pidgey, Caterpie, I think it was a Metapod at the time, and I just don't really remember who else was in it. Maybe a Nidoran or something, a Mankey, I don't really remember, but I remember fighting Brock, and I kept losing to him constantly, and the only thing I knew was that Pidgey would evolve into into Pidgeotto at level 18. So I just kept grinding up Pidgey here in this patch of grass here until I got a Pidgeotto, and Pidgeotto is what helped me beat Brock. Because I remember watching the TV show and enjoying that a lot, and remembered watching how Ash beat Brock by just training Pikachu, but not really a true training, because he just plugged him into like a water mill that like Brock's dad owned or something, and he helped Ash make his Pikachu stronger to fight him, and then ended up setting off a sprinkler system and getting Onyx all wet, and so Thunder Shock would actually hurt him, and it was kind of an interesting way to go about it. But I just remembered him grinding it out and making his Pokemon stronger. I knew that Pikachu would never be able to beat Brock on his own, so I decided to go with Pidgey. I didn't know I should have gone with leveling up Mankey or Nidoran, whichever one, or Metapod into a Butterfree, so I could have gotten Confusion on Butterfree, or ooh, a Huntail. That's the first in here. That's pretty neat. But I should have gone with something a little smarter, but hey, you live and you learn when you're like 5, 6, I don't even remember how old I was. It was definitely a long time ago. But yeah, you live and you learn. And now, having grown up and learned more about Pokemon, it's just real. I look back on that and just chuckle, remembering all the struggles I went through with that game. Level 12, Golden God. I know I shouldn't. I'm trying to grind up a little bit because I think Brock's highest level is like 13 or 14, and I don't want to get absolutely wrecked. But I'm hoping this team will be good enough. I think I'll start off with Toothless, because out of those three, I want to keep Metalhead and the Golden God alive the most. Like, they're my two ones that I definitely want to try and make it all the way through the game with. So I'm just hoping that I don't run into too many problems. I could try and go back and fight my rival, actually. That'd be some decent XP, but that's a lot of backtracking, and I don't feel like that'd be really entertaining to watch, all that backtracking. I mean, if it's just grinding out, I know it's not the most entertaining stuff, so I could try and edit it out, but you know, I shouldn't be having this debate with myself while recording, so sorry about that. But back to like TV and movie related things. So yeah, Castle Rock definitely need more episodes of that, and I definitely need more of it, because there's only 3 episodes up on Hulu right now. Okay, starting off with a Wigglytuff cakewalk. Should be easy enough. I need more episodes of Castle Rock because they only have 3 up, and they ended the last one with a pretty cool little end to it. And I just want to know what happens in the whole story arc. And one thing I find kind of interesting is that they have Bill Skarsgård. Oh my god! Hitting all 5 times? Jeez. They've got Bill Skarsgård playing like the main antagonist, I guess, of the season so far, where he's a prisoner that just shows up at Shawshank Prison one day. And so, okay, I'll wake him up. And so he plays that in this, but he also played Pennywise in It. So could it try and, like, I may be looking into it too deep, and I don't know, but could it be setting up for like a return of Pennywise, but have it like maybe try and be a bit of an origin story or something? Because he just showed up one day. Granted, there was a bit of backstory within the show on how he ended up there, but it didn't show like how he got into there. Ooh, Doug Creo. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Toothless because he's part flying. I'm not a huge fan of this, but I just don't know if it'd be cool if they connected it that way, but it takes place like in the shoot, I forgot how many years it takes for him to come out. I think 30 something years. I know I'm totally wrong on that. Let me know, like, I need to know this. I kind of want to try and look it up now, but that'd kind of be distracting and a little waste of time. And Toothless just tanks it out and defeats Director Esteban. And I get the Boulder Badge. Yes. Just boop, dropping that in now. Get that bad boy there. Enables the use of Flash. I don't really use... I like... When going through Rock Tunnel, my first time, I never used it. TM. What is this TM for? Hail? That's crap. I don't need that. I'm selling that. Yeah. Go to Cerulean. I know, Brock. Or Esteban. My bad. Director Esteban. Now time to get the running shoes so I don't have to walk around everywhere. This was definitely a little faster than I thought, so hopefully I can make it at least halfway through Mount Moon. It'd be cool if I made it all the way through. And I'm curious to see what the Magikarp is that you can buy later outside of Mount Moon. I'm definitely gonna... If it says Magikarp, I hope they give you something else that's random, or something that they like straight up tell you it's this other Pokemon. That'd be pretty cool. I remember when I first started playing these randomized Nuzlocks, just for the fun of it, I played just red. I think it was just red, not yellow. Yeah, it was red. And the guy sold me a Mew. So that was really awesome, but there's a sad part to it all. I ended up losing Mew pretty much like within 20 minutes of receiving him because I was using him in battle, and I don't remember what the Mon was that I was fighting, and he got a crit on me on my Mew and just put him down in one shot. I was very heartbroken that I lost who I was expecting to be one of my star Pokemon, because his stats are always just insane, can learn any move, and I'm just disappointed in myself for not having played it smarter, much like how the first episode went. I didn't lose that Nuzlocke, I won. Wow, I was trying to read that text. But I won that Nuzlocke, and just RIP to my Mew. Gone but not forgotten. Okay, yeah, there's no one down here to fight. I'm gonna try and fight all these trainers, get some extra experience in. Because I just want to level up as much as I can, so I can try and get as much of a buffer between me and the gym leaders. Yeah, level 9, this is gonna be an easy area to level up in and just increase that gap, but it's gonna make it more difficult to catch Pokemon in the wild with everyone being so strong and tanky. I just hope I don't run into anything stupidly powerful, like a Mewtwo. Or I'd be really heartbroken if I ran into a Jirachi. I'm gonna... Kabutops. Let's go Metalhead. I need to start leveling you up a bit. I'm gonna throw you up front. Ooh, I apologize for that brushing there. I had a little lip in the beard. I kind of like it. But, I mean, not the brushing sound, but... What? I've just had this beard for a hot minute. Last time I shaved it was either right before I went on vacation last year or before my birthday last year when I turned 21. So I was trying to get carded right away and have a baby face, but when I walked in to the first bar I went to, they didn't card me. I was kind of disappointed. But then that next night when I went out for dinner with my family, I got carded, so that was nice at least. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Oh shoot, I should have swapped out. Sorry about that, just looking away like that. My little brother is in the other room playing Rainbow Six Siege, and I can just hear him quite clearly sometimes. I kind of hope that he might get picked up by the mic here, just so y'all can sometimes hear it, but if not, that's totally fine. Ooh, a Dragonite. Ooh, let's go Metalhead, because you've got the best resistance to him. Because I got a really strong feeling that Dragonite's got a Dragon-type move. So, come on. Do a good amount of damage for me, please. Oh my gosh. That's not good there. Okay, but at least he's confused. Hurt yourself, hurt yourself, hurt yourself. Thunder Wave. Okay. 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 That's how you want to play this game? I'm down. Let's tango. Leer. Okay. So this trainer's playing a little smart, actually. Okay, Metal Claw did a little more than I anticipated. Gonna finish him off. Hurt yourself. Come on. Crap. Come on, don't be paralyzed. Oh. This game just wants to work against me right now. It's not gonna hurt itself. Oh my gosh, it did! That kind of caught me off guard there. And of course, still paralyzed. But I've got the killing blow ready to go. I'm just... Oh... Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna do much. But only knows Wrap. I could have kept Salamence out and just freed from Wrap. Thank you, finally. That took a little longer than it should have. 466 XP though, that was pretty solid. Blastoise, yeah, back out to Toothless because Metalhead's paralyzed and I don't want to just I don't want to try and tank it out. I've got to play it a little safer if I am to try and keep these all alive and make it through in one piece. Speaking of One Piece, not really the biggest fan of many anime, but Dragon Ball Z is the one that I've always had a soft spot for. It's just been a really good one for me. I watched it growing up, all of it. Favorite series, arc of it has to be, from at least Dragon Ball Z, has to be the Cell Saga. I watched that, I watched Dragon Ball, I even watched GT. That was still cool to watch, even though it wasn't totally canon. At the time, when I was watching it, I enjoyed it. It was pretty cool, but it just had a weird little story arc for me. I don't know. It was just always a little off-putting. It had some cool villains. Omega Shenron was pretty dope. I liked Super Saiyan 4. That was also really cool. I liked watching Goku and Vegeta fuse into Gogeta, and not by using the Potara rings, like when they fought Boo. That was really cool, just to witness and watch it all unfold. Oh shoot, I'm so sorry about that. I used the speed up button again. I gotta stop that. I need to move that thing before I play next time. Oh man. Alrighty, give me 1 second here, y'all. I gotta take care of something quick. Alright, sorry about that, folks. My mother called me and had to take it quick. But we're back at it now. We're all good. And so Nurse Mallory, who's Meditite, so not Meditite. Let's go Golden God. Ooh, this might be a little scary if it knows confusion. But let's see, where was I beforehand? Thinking about it. Shoot. I honestly can't remember. You know what? So what movies have you all seen recently? What of the recent releases this summer have you enjoyed going to see? Probably my favorites, one of my favorites that I've seen this summer would have to, one of the best would have to be Incredibles 2. Great movie. Wonderful. Almost as good as the first one. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Jack Jack is by far the best part of the movie, without a doubt. Oof, that was a crit. That crit definitely mattered. Huh. Not really, but Jack Jack was by far my favorite part of that whole film. Another movie, let's see, I didn't enjoy Solo. It just felt so slow moving. Didn't really feel like a whole lot happened in it. Didn't really care much for it. Jurassic World 2, not really anything. It's cool seeing all the dinosaurs on screen. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to be absolutely terrified of the first Jurassic Park, and anytime my dad and my uncles would watch it, or other family would come and watch it, I would hide in the other room to avoid the dinosaurs. They were just absolutely terrifying to me. I just couldn't handle it. But now I'm like, hey, ooh, cool, dinos. Ooh, that had a good little kick to it. Hitmontop's down. Meryl, yeah, I'm changing. Let's go Toothless. What other movies? A movie that I really enjoyed that leaves you wondering, what the heck did I just watch, was Sorry to Bother You. I don't even know really how to describe it. I could tell you the bare bones plot of it, but it just doesn't do it justice. It's got some interesting It's got some decent allegory to it that leaves you wondering, okay, what do I use? I think I'm going to stick with Toothless. So the allegory within it is pretty interesting. Definitely metaphor used. Oh, crud. Brandishar flinch. Okay, I'm good at that. But yeah, if you're looking for something weird, oh yes! Tyranitar's loafing around. Okay, you Sandstorm, I don't really care. You're going down. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think it was better than the first one. I thoroughly enjoyed it a lot. That was really good. The credit sequence in that was awesome. I totally expected it, like the credit sequence. I'm not trying to spoil anything if people haven't seen it yet. I expected what happened in the end credit sequence to happen like during the actual movie to play a part in the plot and not post-credits thing, but it was still great to see it actually unfold and happen in a way that I didn't expect, and now gives me new theories for how Avengers 4 is going to go. I could go on about those for a while, about the Avengers movies and just the whole MCU and all my theories on it. I just don't. There's a time and a place for that, and this isn't it right now. But it's just still, I'm a total freaking nerd. I mean, clearly you can tell that because I'm playing Pokemon in a difficult manner, just for fun to put out for y'all. Because I thoroughly enjoy doing this. I love playing Pokemon. I've been needing a way to continue to refine my editing skills, because that's kind of what I went to school for, to try and be an editor. Granted, this is very bare bones and nothing too amazing. Like, the graphic design here is pretty... it's not the greatest, I know, but it's what I could do at the time, and something I threw together over the course of a day. So it's just something that it's just nice being able to make something and put it out into the world for to get to an audience that hopefully will find it one day and enjoy it. Oh, shit. Okay, I thought Ember would be normal and do more to the flying type of it and not be affected by the rock type too strong. But I still, like, I know I'm not the greatest, I still make mistakes. I wonder how Metal Claw will do then, since I think it's normal. Steel is normal to flying, so yep, super effective like I thought. Good. And attack rising, that's good. Oh yeah, Golden God leveled up. Let's get it. Hypno. Let's go Toothless. You got Bite. I know you're a little low on health. Hopefully you won't be too... Hopefully you're faster. That's just all I can ask for at the moment. Hopefully Bite will make him flinch if it doesn't kill. Yeah, please flinch. Yes. Like, it's almost always the first hit, whether it's like Astonish or Bite or something, that usually seems to make Pokemon flinch right away. I don't know if that's just something... Is that an actual, like, something like in the physics of the game, or like an actual reaction in the game that's supposed to happen? Oh crap, I forgot you actually had Pokemon Lady. I thought you were just here to chat. This ain't good. I think you just got the one, yeah. Roselia. Okay, I'm gonna heal. Excuse me, I'm gonna heal the Golden God. And just absolutely murk ya with him. Stun Spore, paralyze me all you want. Whatever, I'd rather take Paralysis to Poisoning. Because all this thing can do is probably... Oh, Poison Sting? Great. That's a weak move. And I'm not poisoned, which is... So I don't get like double damage added on, so it doesn't end up being like 6 damage a hit. I'm fine with having to attack second. I don't... This is just kind of annoying now, having to wait. But destroyed her. And I'm gonna go heal up at the Mountain Moon Pokemon Center and then come back and fight the last 2 trainers I have here. Lady Dudley, you're done. Get out of my face. Gonna heal up, get that Mon that is unknown to me right now. And let's see what we get here. First I'm gonna heal up and then talk to the gentleman to buy whatever it is. Please be another legendary. That would be epic. That'd be amazing. If it isn't, just give me something that's not absolute garbo. Hello there, laddie. Have I got just the deal for you? I'll let you have a secret Pokemon, a Magikarp. Yeah, but it's not really a Magikarp. It's Huntail. Okay. I've never really used him before, because anytime I would play Ruby or Emerald, my brothers and I, we'd have like one or the other. I'd have Ruby, my other brother would have Sapphire, and then the other one, I think he also had Sapphire too. And then I think we all got Emerald or something. But I'm gonna name you Wormy, because like SpongeBob, I wish I had. Oh, actually, the Alaskan bullworm. He looks like him. So let's see what he knows. Pressure, just Whirlpool. That's gonna bite to actually have to train him up. I think I might throw him into daycare when I get to it. Let's see if I can teach him. Oh no, I sold all my TMs. Got rid of Hail, but that's fine with me. I don't really care too much. I'm gonna get that item in the top left first. Switch over to Metalhead to level him up a little bit. What do we get here? A Soul Dew. Dang, I really wish I caught Latios. That would have been awesome to give him that and just make him an absolute tank until he learns Psycho Boost. I'm going to see if I can catch something here actually first, and then go back to the trainers. Spoink! That'll be good death fodder for my Mons. I know this isn't very effective. I hope I don't one-shot it, but odds are I will. Yeah. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. And I think that was a bit of a L. Not a huge L, but it would have been nice to have some death fodder just in case to try and save some Mons for a minute. Just swap out and then. But I just don't really see how it would have been too great though, now looking back on it, because you would have had to, because the death fodder idea to me is just strange, because like usually how I think of using it is having a Pokemon out already and then swapping out to the death fodder to take the hit and die for you, and then you're just left back at square one. So that, unless I just would run the idea wrong, where if I know the Pokemon is going to be difficult to fight, send them out first, heal up, take that hit, use that turn to heal up whatever Pokemon I'm going to use to fight it, and then have it take the hit and die, and then switch back. I'm not too... I think that's how it's supposed to be done. I think so. But I don't know if I'd be actually doing that too well, because I feel like at this point I'll just be tanking it out with everybody. And I've got under 2 minutes left here of recording time. Hopefully this goes well for me. Nurse Daniel is not slacking. Go Metalhead. Same level. Oh boy. Slack off. So, Truant. That's the ability. It's Truant. Aha! I remembered it. So don't even worry about trying to mention it down in the comments. I mean, you can if you want. But I just remembered the ability now. So if you're watching this video, and I can totally see it happening, where you like go back and watch it originally, and then comment mid-video without watching it all. I know that's a thing that happens a lot here in the tubes. But I really just refer to YouTube as the tubes. Like the screensaver, like Windows 7 or 98. No, yeah, definitely not Windows 7. What the hell am I thinking? Definitely Windows 98. Oof. Come on. Encore, yeah. RIP. Go and eat a kidney. That was an awful rhyme. I apologize. And that took way too long to come up with it. That was bad. I'm sorry about that. Alright, I got 20. Got a little bit of time left. I'm going to try and make it back to the Pokemon Center, or just at least to the front entrance of Mount Moon. Alrighty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is time. Alrighty, folks. Well, thank you for watching this episode. If you liked, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I hope to see you come back for the next episode, for episode 4 of my randomized Fire Red run. And thank you for watching. This has been a funny joke. I love ya. And come back again soon now, you hear?